the Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Tuesday morning, it is the 12th day of June, and at 3:45 in the morning with a temperature of 70 and a dew point almost around 70. Very tropical moisture still in place. No big shocking changes to this overall weather pattern over the next few days, where you get some towns with a random violent thunderstorm with maybe 1 or 2 inches of rain, and you get other towns, like for instance, this area right here hasn't seen 1 drop of rain in about 3 days, while some of you have been getting clobbered every single day. That's the way it is in the summertime. It is feast or famine. Now, I start to see some, maybe a few subtle changes over the weekend. We'll talk about that. Oh, and what about that thing in the Gulf of Mexico? National Hurricane Center has an area to watch. Will it become a depression? Maybe, but more importantly, what happens to that moisture once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico?
Very interesting pattern to show you on this map. Dry air dominates the entire west and the northeast, but deep tropical moisture is parked right over the southeastern and Gulf states and is surging into the Midwest. And once again today, the radar is going to be very busy. This is something we've seen day after day after day, with more showers and storms, scattered to numerous showers and storms developing this afternoon. You know the drill. Not every town gets wet. Today's high 91, tonight's low 72. Winds will be light. Tomorrow, much the same. I don't see any difference from tomorrow from today. And a little change on Thursday as well, with, again, scattered to numerous showers and storms, random across the area, and the same thing on Friday. I do think, though, by the time we get to the weekend, the ridge in the Atlantic, the high-pressure ridge, gets a little stronger. We may start to see a thinning of the number of showers and storms, I think especially by late Saturday into Sunday. It's going to be a subtle change, but it will be something that is certainly possible. And I think even on Monday, we'll see some storms thinning out in number as we get closer to the seasonal level that we expect. On a normal day, you would see 30% on any given summer day. But look at this. We've got rain chances at 50% tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, and then a little bit slightly lower Saturday and Sunday. Highs around 90 or lower 90s each day, lows at night in the lower 70s. Meanwhile, we have that area to watch now from the National Hurricane Center, giving it a 20% of development, chance of development in the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, which is pretty small, but it doesn't matter whether it becomes a depression or not. I think we got to follow the moisture, and there is a cluster of some strong storms over the Western Caribbean now. And you can see that well south of Cuba, and that will be advecting northward into the Gulf of Mexico. And the European gives it maybe a 30% probability of developing into a depression somewhere in the southwestern Gulf, perhaps heading towards the Texas coast. But it doesn't matter. The tropical plume it creates will surge northward into the Arklatex region, much of Louisiana and Mississippi, and then maybe spread out eastward next week. So it could have an eventual effect on us with some more heavy rains perhaps later on next week. Our weather app keeps you on top of the tropics and all the weather changes. Advanced interactive radar down to the neighborhood level, and very important, push notifications for watches and warnings wherever you are. Instantly, it knows where your location is. Get it on your phone today. Search Rich Thomas Weather.
So that's it. That's all I have for you this morning. We'll be live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1. Oh, and by the way, in case you missed it yesterday, you'll be able to see us live a couple of times during the Alabama News Network morning show at 5:50 a.m. on CBS 8 and ABC 32. I'll be live from the Blue Water Weather Center talking with Ryan, and we'll chat about the weather. And then next hour, in the 6 o'clock hour, around 6:40, we'll be upstairs in the News Talk 93.1 studio with our entire morning crew interacting with their entire morning crew. It's a fun thing, and I hope you get a chance to check it out. We'll have another video for you first thing tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. And when you're out and about, whenever you want my forecast, twice an hour across the dial on 8 radio stations. That's the Blue Water family of stations. Have a great day today. Good luck on your rain chances. This yard needs it. I'll see you later.
Rich Thomas Weather.